All right, workout worthy, welcome to Amazing Abs. This is a quick, effective, complete core workout that's going to lengthen, strengthen, tone, and condition all the muscles in your midsection. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and use workout worthy to be consistent with your exercise routine. Now we're going to start with some basic crunches. So come onto your sit bones, holding your hamstrings, lay back nice and slow. Fingertips are behind your ears, stretching through the crown of your head, feeling that length down your spine. Rib cage is pulled down, belly is sucking in and up towards your spine, contracting your core. We're going to lift to a hover, and this is as relaxed as we're going to be through this set of basic crunches. 2 counts, nice and slow. Up for 2, lower to a hover. Up for 2, lower to a hover. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Feel like you're stretching your head towards the wall behind you, gliding up that wall to where it meets the ceiling. Looking up at the ceiling on an angle, keeping our elbows out nice and wide, shoulders are low and relaxed. Exhale up. Inhale lower. Exhale up. Singles. Contract. Hover. Lift and lower. No momentum. This is still all muscle. If the tempo feels too fast, go ahead and slow it down, going at your own pace. 8 or less. 7. Inhale and exhale. Final 4. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring our legs up to boat, 90 degrees. We're going to do that same set of basic crunches, feeling that length, lift to a hover. Now, as we contract, fingertips, they can stay behind your head for support, or you can reach towards your heels. Up for 2, lower to a hover. Contract, lower to a hover. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Keep this nice slow pace. Up for 2, lower to the hover. Remember, fingertips behind your ears is a great option for a little bit of support. Do what works best for you. Now you can stay at this 2 count pace or singles. Contract. Belly is still sucking in towards your spine, training those muscles to contract inward, not bulging, not sticking out. Halfway. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel taps, arms come down. We're going to start at this 90 degrees and we're going to alternate legs, lowering one heel towards the floor without touching, pulling back, and then lowering the other heel towards the floor without touching, pulling back. Here we go, 2 counts. Hinge for 2, pull for 2. Hinge and pull. Pressing our lower back into the mat, keeping the rib cage pulled down, bracing around our spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hinge. Hinge. Let's do one more on each side, nice and slow. Nice and strong. You can stay at this pace, or you can do alternating singles. Hinge, hinge. So with this faster tempo, negative effects to your form is not allowed. So in order to go a little faster, my range of motion is a little smaller. If I wanted that bigger range of motion, I would slow it down a little bit. No matter your choice, no matter your option, never compromising form. Keep breathing. Great job. Now we're going to do some windshield wipers. Fingertips can stay behind your ears. We're going to tilt our knees to one side, contract back, tilt towards the other side. Contract back. Tilt for 2, back to center. Tilt for 2, back to center. Tilt, contract, tilt, and contract. keep both shoulder blades flat on the mat. This rotation comes from your waist. If you feel your shoulder blade pop up, then don't rotate your knees quite as far. Maintain that good alignment. Now for these windshield wipers, we are staying at this 2 count pace. We are not gonna increase to a single tempo. Tilt and pull, tilt and pull. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Lower and lift, lower and lift. 4 more, alternating sides. 3, 2, last one. Great job, back to center. Kind of scooted down on my mat during those windshield wipers, that happens. For this next exercise, we're gonna come into this boat position. We're gonna contract, meeting in the middle, and then we're gonna lower to a double crunch. Here we go. If you wanna reach towards those heels. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Singles. Contract, hover, contract, hover. Reach, reach. Halfway. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Windshield wipers. Now this time, as you tilt, you can stay tilted, or you can extend your arm, extend your legs, reaching towards your feet, and then pull back to center. Okay? 2 counts. Tilt for 2, reach for 2, back to center, other side. Tilt, extend, down, and center. Tilt, extend. Last one at the super slow pace. Tilt, extend. 4 movements, 4 counts. Here we go. Tilt, reach, back to center. Tilt, reach, back to center. Tilt, reach, back to center. Tilt, reach. If that reach doesn't work, tilt and hold. This is your amazing abs workout. You want to do the version of the exercise that works for you today. Tilt. 8 more total. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last one, best one. Great job. Dead bug. Arms extend. Opposite arm, opposite leg, bracing through your core. Here we go, 2 counts. Reach. Pull back in. Reach. Pull back in. Reach. Pull. Reach. Pull. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, keep this pace. Reach. Reach. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rolling up. We have 3 exercises left. We're gonna come on to all fours for a bear plank. Now, with this option, wrists are below your shoulders, feet are flexed, knees are below your hips. You wanna feel like you're elongating from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And this is gonna be a bear plank hold. So pressing through the pads of your fingers, pads of your palms, belly is sucking in and up towards your spine, lift and hold. Now the goal is having your shins parallel to the floor. Breathing. Arms are straight, elbows are soft, pressing the floor away through the pads of your fingers, pads of your palms. Shoulders, they're low and relaxed. Neck is long and lean. 10 seconds left. Keep breathing. Three, 2, 1. Quick rest. Now, bear plank. We're gonna do a second bear plank hold, and you can hold or you can do shoulder taps, alternating opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Here we go. Lift and hold. Breathing. If you want the shoulder tap, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Keeping that bear plank alignment, keeping that form. Rib cage pulled down, belly sucking in and up towards your spine. Keep it up. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Our last exercise, spinal balance. You ready? On all fours, opposite hand, opposite leg. You might lift low, you might lift closer to parallel. But we reach for 2, back to center. Reach for 2, back to center. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Reach, center. Trying not to lean, trying not to tilt, trying not to wobble. Reach and center. Reach and center. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and we are done. Sink it back, extended child's pose. Reaching through your fingers, sinking your hips over your heels. Round up nice and slow, and we are done. That was a quick, effective, amazing ab workout. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, come back and join me anytime.